Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Let's get some music up and running. Hopefully the stream is running fine. Music, come on, music. Alright, very soft music right there. Okay, so what have I done this week? Well, I have 2 characters, right? 2 characters. 2 characters added. Pretty sure I did more than that, but I can't remember. You know what? Let me check my notebook. Controller fixes, right? Controller fixes. Tip jar related bug. So bug fixing, more or less bug fixing, right? Bug fixing. Bug fixing. Yeah, I guess not a lot done, but you know, like a bulk of it is maintenance work, right? Responding to feedback, responding to bug requests. Oh, it's not bug requests, bug reports. And then working on more characters. I will hopefully be able to add the more characters soon. Let's aim for another build within the next week. Yeah, let's aim for that. In the meantime, I'm just going to hang around in the server. Let's see if anyone will turn up. In the meantime, let's play my own game. Oh yeah, last night I made some changes to the sprite. Yeah, I made some changes to Bacon. I gave it bigger eyes, more expressive eyes, I suppose. Hey yo, Pokemon, how's it going? How's life treating you? Oh, combo opportunity right there. Suffering with com graphics? Oh man, good times, man. Good times. Yeah, I don't have to go through that again, but all the best to you. All the best to you. Com graphics. So it's primarily lighting, right? Fong lighting and stuff. Due Friday. Next Friday? Coming Friday? Coming Friday? Still have a few days. It's not bad. Still have a few days. Where's everyone? Where's everyone in the server? Oh wait, it's not 3 yet. Right. Coming Friday, right. All the best. Fong lighting, texturing, right. UI as well. Oh, yo, John.
Yeah.
John. Yeah, Pokemon is just talking about his OpenGL assignment. Do you remember them, John?
Oh man.
From
that was so long ago.
So long ago, right?
Yeah.
Actually, ours is different, right? Because they have programmable pipeline now. Like back then we were working with OpenGL 2.0, right?
Uh-huh.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't have access to it
Does that make
until
it?
year 3, is it?
I guess.
I think so. I think
Does
so.
that make it easier or make it worse?
Does it make it easier or make it worse? What do you mean?
Okay, with the programmable pipeline.
Or does the programmable pipeline make it easier or make it worse? I think it
Yeah.
makes it harder to. It makes it harder for beginners. Right? Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. But you do end up with more flexibility, which is nice. Yeah. Does it sound like good times, John?
Good times.
Good times.
Yeah, so much stuff you can play with shaders and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, how's your week?
Fine. Been enjoying myself, relaxing a lot.
Well, I mean, it's kind of still the New Year period, right? Yesterday was 人日. Have you eaten your 7 type of veggies?
Was there supposed to be 7 types of veggies?
Yeah, apparently. I guess you don't keep up with the tradition.
No. Devious is here.
Oh, yo, DBS, how's it going? Yeah, Pokemon say we have our own OBJ loader. Yeah, do you remember our OBJ loader assignment, John? I remember everyone was like approaching you for help,
Really?
including myself. I remember so many people were struggling with writing our own OBJ loader. Remember? Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember.
Oh my
I don't
god,
remember
why don't you
people
remember
approaching me.
this? It's too long, right? It's like what, 15 years? 15 years. It's too long.
15 years ago.
Yeah, it's too long.
But fun times.
Oh, Za is here. Welcome, Za. Anyway, are you able? Is Devious here actually? Testing.
Yeah.
Yo, Devious.
I woke up like 5 minutes ago.
Devious, I want to tell you that I managed to play Im's Paradise.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like it. But it's really tough. Is it supposed to be that tough?
Which version did you play?
I downloaded
Was it-
yesterday.
Oh, okay. It should have been the. Oh wait, which? Okay, so there was a toggle thing. Which toggle did you use?
Oh, toggle? Oh, I played the one where time will not count down unless the dice is in midair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I
You had a
think
tough time with that one.
yeah. I guess I'm not very good at the game, but I realized that in certain runs, I guess I didn't play a lot of it, but like in one of my runs, right, I die in my second encounter. Like in my second encounter, right, I run into a pair of enemies, and I die fairly quickly to them. So I'm wondering if I'm missing something. Like maybe there's like a some kind of progression that I'm missing out on.
Well, the further right you go, the stronger the enemies get, and the more enemies you fight.
Yeah, but I didn't get very far from the starting position. It's like only the second encounter, right? And then I died. I think that's because I suck at the game, right? Like I have not gotten good yet.
Well,
yeah.
if you ran into 2, you went pretty far to the right before you went. If it was the second encounter, and you were already running into fights with 2 people, because you don't run into fights with 2 people until you go, I think it's 3 or 4 to the right?
3 or 4.
Something like that.
3 or 4. Okay, I will pay more attention to that and see if and see if there's any issues with that. Yeah, like I felt like I was moving like one step to the right and then one step upwards, and then there was 2 enemies, but I could be wrong. Yeah, let me try again. Then I'll let you know.
Yeah, that shouldn't be the case. There shouldn't be, because I have it to where up until, I forget what the number is, like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
It'll give you 2 until you pass a certain number of spaces to the right. So
Right.
like going up and down doesn't do anything, but going to the right is what changes the difficulties.
Okay. Got it. Awesome. Well, I don't think Chow is able to join us today. Like he's setting up like I think he's like moving his streaming setup around, right? Doing some changes. But I guess we'll do it amongst ourselves today. John, do you want to start first?
Okay. Don't have much to show. I'm still kind of working on it.
Right.
Let me share my screen. How do I share my screen? Thank you.
How do you share your screen? Have you
Hang on.
forgotten already?
Yeah, so the idea I'm working on now is an idle clicker breakout. And I have decided I will stick with JavaScript Pixie.js as my stack.
Of course.
Yeah. So this is how far I've gotten this
Not
week.
hitting anything.
That's a ghost ball.
It's ghost ball that actually can.
Oh, it didn't even
pass
hit the
through
wall.
You just started working on this, right, John?
Yes, I just started working on this.
Right.
So yes, next week you will see the ball hit the wall.
Oh my
Wait, what's your progression supposed to be like?
What's my progression?
No,
supposed to
the
be like?
gameplay progression, like I noticed you start off with a ball floating by already, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's not supposed to be that way, right? Like, how's the game supposed to be carried out?
Right. So I'm taking inspiration from that game I showed the other time called Idle Breakout.
Yes.
So yeah, you're supposed to click around. I think I guess the idea is that you're supposed to spend some money, spend some points to buy the balls. You can click on the blocks to break them and then get points. Yeah, and then with more points you can buy more balls and balls with special abilities.
Right.
Yeah, and then I will see what else I can innovate on once I get to that point.
Okay. John, if you don't mind me asking, like, is there a reason why you're always sticking to the JavaScript?
Why I stick to JavaScript?
Like
I guess I kind of want to make web games, games that you can play without having to install anything.
Right. Yeah, it's accessible, right? It's accessible.
Yeah.
It's very accessible. What are your options if you want to port it to, say, the desktop? Like you want to make a standalone version of it, right? Does any of that? Because I heard this term like last week, right? Does any of it involve like V8, right?
Right. So V8 is just Chrome's JavaScript engine.
Yes.
So there are a few ways to port this to desktop. One way is to rewrite all the things.
Which is not feasible, right?
It's not feasible.
Time-wise. I mean,
I have a lot of time.
Really?
Maybe not. Okay.
Really? No, John. Really? Look me in the eye and say that. You have a lot of time.
Let me cross my fingers behind my back first. Okay, yeah, so you can rewrite all things, but no, yeah, that's not very feasible in terms of time. What else you can do is, so there's this tool set called Electron. Electron is basically a tool to help you repackage Chromium and deploy your web page thing as a desktop application.
Right.
Yeah, and then for mobile, there's like Cordova or Ionic, something like that. I can't remember.
So is it to say that someone re-implement the entire HTML environment for Windows desktop? Is that how it works? Is that what it is?
Well, it's a repackaging of Chrome. If you're talking about Electron.
Right.
Electron
I don't know
JS,
what repackaging
it's just,
means.
it's just kind of a repackaging of Chromium browser engine.
Okay.
So I mean, no one has gone and rewritten the whole no one has written a whole JavaScript engine from scratch. They're taking the technology used in Chromium and then
building on
just
top.
adding on to it, building on top of that. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So as it says here, Chromium, Electron embeds Chromium and Node.js, so web developers can create desktop applications. So you can use this, but your file tends to end up, your application tends to end up being hundreds of megabytes large. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Because it's taking the whole Chromium, all the whole Chromium package. So yeah, all the dependencies that you may or may not need.
Right.
Like if you're making a 2D game and then it's your application is probably still gonna include a lot of stuff related to 3D or I don't know,
right,
MIDI and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So the Chromium package includes like all the rendering necessary. Right. So it also comes with the hardware acceleration. Is that it? Because like you know, like when we talk about like writing renderers for our games, right? We always think in terms of like graphical APIs like DirectX or OpenGL, right? Like this is a separate thing.
What do you mean by this is a separate thing?
Like this does rendering as well, right? Is it built on top of OpenGL? Is that how it is, or?
Right. So it's whatever is supported by Chrome, you can pretty much use it in Electron. So like Chrome supports WebGL, so you can use WebGL.
I see.
In your application. So if you need like a renderer, 3D renderer, you can use 3JS, you can use Babylon.js.
Right.
And run it on top
is it
Chrome.
ultimately like a layer on top of like the OpenGL that we work with? I see.
Yeah.
I see. That's cool.
So yeah, there's this. There are other technologies out there. One thing that's getting popular these days is using a compiled language like C, C++, Rust, compiling it to WebAssembly.
Okay.
And then with WebAssembly, running it on the web, you can run it on the web, and you could possibly use a WebAssembly runtime to run your WebAssembly on the desktop as well.
Right.
So instead of
runtime is like a VM, is it?
Kinda, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but that's a little more involved, because by itself, the WebAssembly language doesn't define like the APIs you use to draw stuff on screen and all that. You still need some libraries to help you out.
Right.
So the runtime doesn't do much, but it's supposed to be super fast and super portable. So you could potentially find some libraries that could emulate your WebGL library API and then run it on the desktop as well as the web. Supposedly, you still need some kind of runtime support around the WebAssembly, your WebAssembly code.
Okay.
Not sure if that makes sense, but
I think there's a lot about web technologies that I don't understand, right? So I'm like slowly trying to piece it together. That's cool.
Yeah. So there's this. This is as far as I got this morning.
Yeah, of course, this morning, right? Yeah. Awesome.
So I'm gonna work on the collision stuff.
Which are going to build from scratch.
And not exactly entirely from scratch, maybe.
So what will you be using? Bullet?
Stack Overflow.
I mean, yeah, right. So basically, that means you're writing your own classes or functions to handle that, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Until I actually find a need to use a proper physics
library.
Physics library.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because like stuff like Box 3D would be overkill for what I require right now.
True.
But if I do need like more advanced stuff, then yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, how fast is your balls going to move? Like, do you think just a standard overlap test will be enough, or do you think you need to do some kind of a swap test?
That's a good question. I have no idea.
Right. We'll see. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Looks fun, man.
Okay, that's it from me.
All right, thanks, John. Thanks. I think it's cool. If you use any more like web technology stuff, right? Yeah, I'd love to learn more about it. You know, I think I'm reminded of like this game. I think maybe Devious, you have heard of it as well. There's this game called Crosscode. Right? I think it's
that the RPG.
Yeah, action RPG.
Yeah.
I think that is built on using JavaScript, right?
Really?
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
We looked into it one time, right? They use a JavaScript library.
Crosscode. I can't remember what.
If it's using a JavaScript library, can we say that it's built like in a web environment? Is that it?
I think so. Maybe yes. I can't remember. Like it's been so long since I.
It's been so long.
Looked at this. Yeah.
I forgot. I think it's called impact.js. Is there such a thing called impact.js?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, impact. HTML5 handles and JavaScript.
I think that's what they use.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you use impact.js, then you can use like what you mentioned, right? Electron to package it. Is that it?
Yeah.
And
exactly.
that comes with hardware acceleration, right? You use your graphic card already.
Yeah. I mean, even in your browser, you're using hardware acceleration. Right?
Oh, that's true.
Cool. I'm not sure if they actually used Impact. They might have used something else. What was the other engine? That starts with C.
C?
The game dev environment that you I think you were teaching in school for a while.
Me? Teaching JavaScript?
Okay, maybe not JavaScript, but like, okay, never mind. I'm not sure.
I see. Cordova? I don't
know. Was it called Construct?
Construct is a no. Yeah, Construct is a game engine, right? It comes with the editor. No, not Construct. I don't think they use Construct.
Okay.
I don't think so. I mean, Construct has been used for like really cool games, but I don't think it uses Construct.
Oh, Crosscode demo.
See, I told you. See, I remember. I remember we saw it in 2016 and I still remember this.
2016 is 7 years ago, man.
Oh. I guess I have like very fickle memory, but stuff like this I remember for some reason.
Nice. I think it's awesome.
Alright, cool.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, so that's just slowly work on collision for next week.
Yes. Collision, right? Yeah. Alright. Looking forward to hearing more about the different web technologies. Yeah, when you start wrapping it into a standalone PC build, I would like to know how you do it also.
Awesome. I will let you know.
Yeah, thank you.
Chinny, you're up.
Okay. Let me share my screen. I can't say I've done a lot. Most of it is bug fixing. So I would like to say that I fixed some controller related bug. Major thanks to John for pointing out the bug. So it used to be it used to be that when you die in the game over screen, right, you can bring up the pause menu if you press the start button on the controller, which end up looking really funky. So that is fixed.
That'll be $100, Chi.
I fixed another bug, a crashing bug actually, that has to do with the tip jar. So managed to catch that bug before pushing out the latest build. Otherwise, if I had pushed that build out, what's going to happen is that everyone who paid for my game, right, will end up with a crashing build like every time they try to load out the game. So that would be horrible. Yeah, that would be horrible. I think that would immediately tank my ratings. So managed to catch that bug as well. Anyway, big thanks to everyone who helped to test. Thanks John as well. I appreciate it. So that
$100.
How'd you catch it?
How do I catch it? Oh, no, I was just because I'm always the first person to test my game, right? Like when I submit the build, I can immediately test it, right? And for everyone else, it requires a little bit of a approval period. Meaning like Apple have to say, okay, people can now test your game before they can access it, but I can access the testing build very quickly just after submitting. So I was just playing around, right? And I was testing the ads. The ad serving is fine, and I pretty much left it at that, right? Until one day I started feeling a little bit anxious about whether the update is stable or not. So I decided to test the IAP as well. So I realized if I were to activate like the IAP, then I close the program, right, and bring it back up again. It crashes immediately when I try to enter the game. When I try to like say start game, right, it just crashed. So yeah, I guess I got lucky. Like I don't really have a process to identify issues like that, so I probably should start like defining a checklist, right, to catch issues like that. Yeah, I got lucky. Another thing I have done is characters. Let me show the characters. I have my, I think this is like my best sprite work so far ever. It's called a block of wood.
That sounds real.
Right, so let me show you the character. I like it because the idle animation is like doesn't require any extra work. It's just standing very still.
Black wood.
Yeah, and you can see this is how it controls. I try to have a little fun. So when it falls, right, you can kind of see it like tilting, right? And then when it lands, right, it lands with a smack, right? So
Everybody knew the flop.
Yeah, the flopping, right? So the same animation as the penguin character, right, King.
Does it have a special noise when it lands?
Oh no, I don't have a special noise. Maybe I can consider it, but I think that would be like additional feature for the future once I'm done with adding like all the updates I want. Yeah. But yeah, that's a good idea.
Or then you can have like a special death animation where it splits in two because they got sawed in half.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? But I'm so worried about doing something like that. Okay, so Golden Goose and Mr. Glitch, right? The premium characters, they have like additional effects. Right? They have stuff like Golden Goose sprays like golden particles, and Mr. Glitch has a shader that is turned on, right, when you're using them. But can you imagine like if like every character, right, I have to like do something special? It's going to be pretty I think labor intensive. It's going to end up taking more time, and like every single moment I spend, right, adding like this small features are moments I'm taking away from like maybe potentially more worthy features, right, like different game modes and stuff. So I guess it's a balancing act. Yeah. At some point, right, if the game is like making enough, right, and then I've done all the updates I want, then I suppose I can do like minor touches like that. Yeah. I guess it's all about balancing. I have one more character. Bacon. So it's just a pig, right?
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was an X. I was like, Baxon. What the heck is Baxon?
Baxon. Alright, that's what it's called now, Baxon. Yeah, so bacon. Bacon is fairly standard, right? Like people have asked me to add a pig, so I'm adding a pig. That's it. I didn't mention this, but previously I did add the robot as well, right? Bot. Yeah. this one has a spinning head just for fun. Alright, let me switch back to the best character.
You're not gonna show off robot? What the hell?
Oh, okay. Alright, let me show off the robot. So, robot, well, his head is constantly spinning, but
okay.
yeah, he acts like any standard characters, except for the fact that his hands are in the air when he runs around. So that's about it. That's about it.
Reminds me of Nuggets.
My what?
His wings, Nugget. His wings go up, I think.
His
When he
wings.
runs around.
Oh yeah. When Nuggets run, his wings are flapping. That's right. Yeah. So
do you have a way to like keep track of like what characters people use?
I don't have a way of keeping track. Yeah, I could, like, if I use a game analytic library, I can probably keep track of it, but I've decided to not like add game analytics, or rather I decided not to add those libraries in there, because the more libraries I'm adding in, the harder it is for me to maintain the game, because it's very likely that, you know, like this third party library, right? They'll say like, oh, you know, it's getting outdated. You have to update this library, and you know, then I'll have to take more time to update the library, and it's possible that while updating it, it might end up clashing with other libraries in the game. So it's always very painful. And since I cannot afford like the time, right, to do that kind of maintenance work, I have decided to not add it in. Yeah, but in the past I actually did, like for serious scramblers, I actually do track that kind of statistics. Yeah, but I guess I'm not doing that anymore. Do you see a use for tracking stuff like that?
Depends on your marketing, I guess. But
that's true.
Other than that, I guess if you see people liking a particular character, or specifically people not liking a character they just ignore, like they have it but they just never use it, and that would probably tell you like to avoid that kind of
design, right?
Or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, I think yeah, having more data is always, I guess, is always nice. Yeah. I imagine if I can afford the time, right, then I would totally integrate a analytic library. Yeah. Okay, let me think. What else? Oh yes, there's one thing I want to bring up. Yesterday, someone emailed me, and they voiced an issue that they are facing. Let me show you the issue. Do you remember? I think I mentioned it once. I said that for serious scramblers, right, when I launched, a lot of people had like input issues, right, because of the iPhone's 3D touched feature. Yeah, and I think now, right, there's a different issue, but it's only a problem for iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max. Yeah. John, you're iPhone user, right? Do you know about this thing called Pro Motion Display?
No, I've not. So I don't know.
Right. Apparently, for like iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max, the display is capable of like going up to 120 hertz.
Right. Yes. I know that happens. Yeah.
Yeah, and like after combing through like the forums, right, they say that as long as the device have turn that Pro Motion display on, right, people experience like frame rate drops or stuttering in games, like every time they touch the screen. So if you notice, right, this person say that I noticed this strange issue with iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max, right, and how do I put it? Where is it? In many games, when using on-screen touch control, right, there will be a huge amount of stutter and frame drops. But if they were to use a controller, right, everything is buttery smooth. And then it says like, games like Genshin Impact had that issue, right? GTA Vice City has that issue. Max Payne, Madden, NFL Mobile. So like a lot of people seems to be having that issue, and they are kind of waiting for Apple to address the issue. right? Like this one, right? Another complaint here. You can see that there's a lot of people who's facing this issue, right? There's another forum post or another complaint. Why isn't Apple fixing the touch input starter on iPhone 14 Pro models? So I guess I'm a little bit worried if that would negatively impact people's experience of my game. I'm communicating with the person who emailed me. They said that most of the time, right, he called it a micro stutter. He said the stuttering is generally not noticeable, right? But if you are tapping really rapidly, then it starts to get noticeable, which to me is a problem. Yeah. So I have told them to try and turn off ProMotion display, while saying that I will contact Apple and see if there is a way around this issue. But to be honest, like looking at all the forums, right, I don't think the problem is getting addressed yet. Yeah. So I don't really know what I can do. I think. Yes.
Did you ask them if it was happening with any other games or any other things?
You mean asking? Oh yeah, asking the person who emailed me.
Stutter.
I should have asked them, right? But I haven't. What I did was I just go around the different forums and looking at people's reporting like similar issues, and it does give the impression that this is a pretty widespread issue.
Yeah, because it sounds something like I have a problem with my phone.
Oh.
I don't have an iPhone 14. I have a I don't even know what that thing's called. Stylo 6?
Oh, Stylo 6?
I forget whatever the newer one. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
It usually happens when I'm messing with my keyboard. When I'm like typing or whatever, it'll like stutter. And like I gotta like slow down my typing so it doesn't like go too fast, I guess.
But is it only on the keyboard? Like, what if you play games? Does it
stutter? Recently, it's actually just the whole lock screen. Okay, so like sometimes it just doesn't want to take the inputs from my fingers, so I have to like turn it off and then turn it back on.
Oh damn!
Start working again. Yeah.
How old is the phone? Could it be hardware?
No, this is a newer phone.
Oh, it's a new phone. Damn.
Yeah, at least a year old. Because I think
at least a year. Right. A year. That's still fairly new. Huh. Yeah, I have to look into this. I probably will email my Apple contact and see if they have any advice on the matter. I think I'm quite fortunate, right? I'm not sure if it is because the issue just isn't quite as pronounced on my game, but I haven't really gotten like bad reviews regarding this issue. Yeah, but there are people who say that their games have gotten like bad reviews simply because of this input issue, right? So you know what? I shouldn't jinx it. I shouldn't say. Yeah, I should not jinx it. So yeah, I'll be keeping an eye out on this issue. Yeah, hopefully it gets resolved as soon as possible. Yeah. Oh, Knock is here. Too late. Oh no. Hello, Knock. Long time.
Could you put a warning somewhere, like on the page or something? Or
warning somewhere. Warning in. You mean like warning about? Warning to the people using iPhone 14 Pro?
Yeah.
No, I only know about this issue last night, so I haven't like mentioned anything. Like if more warnings or rather more complaints starts coming in, right, then I will probably put up a message on the store page. Right, there's a section, right? There's a section in the store page that that Apple allows you to change, without going through reapproval. So that area I can probably put a warning to the people downloading my game. But for now, since there isn't any complaints aside from that one, right? I don't think I want to like bring attention to that issue. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you sense what kind of thing they have? What kind of phone they have? I don't remember how the.
Sorry, say again. I don't quite follow.
I don't know how Game Maker does it. Can't you like check what kind of phone they have?
Oh. You can check the OS types. I think you can also grab like hardware details, phone details. I think you can do that. But I think that requires me to like comb through the documentation. Yeah, I think I'll have to look into that. Yeah, I have to look into that.
Just thinking ahead, like if it does become a problem later on with other people with that kind of phone, then maybe like
put up a warning, right?
Yeah, but only for those particular people with that phone.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I definitely will have to keep that in mind. I'll have to keep that in mind. Yeah. Okay. So going forward, I will be doing. Oh yeah, what will I be doing? Oh yes, I will be adding more characters. I got a request a few days ago, right? From someone asking for a slider for screen shaking, so I'll be adding that as well. I didn't realize. I mean, I don't think that my screen shaking is that intense, but I think there are people who are like pretty sensitive to screen shaking. Let me see. Yeah, to me it seems fine, right? But I guess there are people who wants a more subtle.
Yeah, you do shake it every time you land.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Is there an option to turn it off?
So I told the person that I will be adding the option in the next update. Okay. Yeah, so that will be something.
Always have that's just a common thing. Like
it should always have it, right?
Yeah, always have a counter a no screen shake thing.
Yeah, true. I think going forward I will be adding that in all of my future games. So yeah, so that will be one of my tasks, right? A slider for screen shaking, as well as more characters. I hope to push a new build within a week's time. That's about it. It's your turn.
All right, go ahead, John.
What?
I don't have a lot. I thought I would get a lot done these 2 weeks, but stuff started happening.
What?
Like small stuff. So my brother had gotten in touch with me, and he started playing. He wanted to play games, and I haven't talked to him or done anything with him actually in like years. So I finally did some stuff with him. That took up like 3 days of last week. And then I got some work done, not a whole lot. Actually, let me check something. Should have did this before. When was this update? I did push an update recently. I don't remember what day it was. 21st? How long ago was that? Saturday. Oh, I did push an update on Saturday, which was the first week. Yeah. Okay, so the first week I did make a big push. I think I talked about most of this before. Oh yeah, all this stuff I already talked about.
Right.
Before I pushed the update, I already talked about the last.
Right. The last week is the two different modes, right, that you mentioned.
Yeah. Well, I talked about the boss, I think.
Oh yes.
Well, yeah. I showed off the boss. Added the upgrade stat blinks.
Yeah, and you mentioned that the world is set in like a casino of sorts, right?
Yeah. I got more people to test it and stuff. I didn't really get a lot. Okay, so then that was the first week, mostly playing with my brother and stuff. So I didn't get as much done that week as I wanted to. The second week, though, starting Tuesday, which was the day, so I worked 2 days, and on those 2 days I can't really get any work done because I'm always tired. So I usually don't get any progress on those. But the day I came home, we were hit by a tornado, and so my power was out. So the tornado came, destroyed a few buildings around the neighborhood.
Oh my god.
Let's see. So the power was out for a while, so I was out for a little bit. But the tornado happened like in the middle of a day, right before I was about to go to sleep. So then my sleep schedule was completely screwed. So I slept for pretty much most of this week. So like I didn't get as much. I didn't get nearly as much done as I thought I would, just because a bunch of stuff started coming up.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, are you like, how's everything like, with the tornado and all?
Uh, we weren't hit, but it was pretty scary. Like whenever we looked out the window, 'cause it was like me, my sister, and her daughter. I think we were the only three here at the house at the time.
Right.
Uh, we were looking outside and you couldn't see anything. Just the wind was just that strong.
Whoa,
Like you
my
look
goodness.
outside and it's just like looked like a hurricane, like a really bad one. And you could hear it too.
Oh man.
And we ended up having to like bunker in the hallway or whatever. See, then I watched some of the news after about like all the damage that happened around the neighborhood. Like some stories were just, man, it was horrible. All the stories you heard. Nobody got hurt, which was amazing. Nobody got hurt, nobody died, but a bunch of buildings were destroyed. A bunch of people were inside buildings when it happened too,
Goodness.
and even the front windows and stuff got blown out while they were inside of the buildings.
Man.
Yeah, there was a little kindergarten that got hit, sort of. Like there were a bunch of kids inside, and
oh my goodness,
the whole entire front windows got completely destroyed.
Goodness.
Yeah, that's scary, right?
Yeah, because that's what everyone said. It was like, because it happened so fast in the middle of the day too, like 2 o'clock, and yeah, and nobody was expecting, because they usually send us like a tornado warning or something. They didn't send the warning until the tornado was already here.
Oh man.
So nobody knew it was coming. Everyone just thought it was like just gonna be a really bad storm, like because they heard all the rain picking up. Everyone was just like, "Oh, it's just gonna be really bad rain, so we'll just stay inside for a bit." And then the tornado hit and it destroyed a bunch of stuff.
Oh, that's scary,
man. I was
man.
like, yeah. So I was watching like the helicopter footage and stuff, and like some of the houses were just completely destroyed. But I don't think anyone was like inside of some of them. Yeah. All I know is that nobody was hurt, nobody was killed or anything, which was crazy. And that's what everyone kept saying on the news, is like, which is amazing, great. That's fantastic that nobody was hurt.
Yeah, it's fortunate. Yeah, fortunate.
Yeah, but it was just like so surprising because it did do a lot of damage to some houses. Some houses were just gone. Like I felt bad for those people because their home was just completely destroyed. It was like, I think I saw like 10 houses on the little overcam thing.
10?
They showed, and it was just like showing a trail of like how the houses were all messed up and whatnot. It came really close to us. It hit the school like just down the street, and it knocked down the gym, I believe.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was wild. that was a thing. But because it also happened like right when I was about to go to sleep, my sleep schedule was completely screwed up, and I couldn't really like. My dumbass didn't set up the alarm clock after, because the power went out too, so I was out for one day because of that.
Right.
And I didn't set my alarm clock, so I kind of just ended up sleeping whenever. I was just like, whatever. I just want to get sleep.
Yeah.
But I just kept waking up and stuff, and like, cause something happened with our AC or something, and I started. When you try to go to sleep and it's like way too hot, and you wake up because you're just sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened like a bunch of times, so that was really annoying, which affected my sleep even more. So, so all I really was able to do was get in some small stuff, mess with some art. I was talking to Carl Jar. I still don't know how to say his name.
Carol?
I mentioned Carol Yarker.
Carol Jata?
Yarker. Sounds Finnish.
Finnish. Oh, so you don't pronounce the J, right?
Yeah, I think it's pronounced like a Y.
I see.
Well, what do I know? I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know either. Karo Yartor?
Mm-hmm.
I just call him Karo.
Yeah.
in the back of my head, because that's the only way I can remember. Or Jartor. Anyways, I was talking to him, and I paid him some more art. And I think he linked it in the your chat.
Yeah.
Like all the things he's messed with. Some of them I edited, so they're not like exactly what he made or what he showed in the thing on Bob. Which I gotta share I finally filled in the entire. I guess that's something I can share. Let me Yeah. Close this real quick. All right. Well, I'm gonna do that. You can just open it for me. I have this habit. Do y'all do this? I have this habit of like naming my projects something, and then like the project name stays the same throughout the whole thing. So right now the Dragonmon is named Dragonjoy. And Tim's Paradise is it. The original name was Tim's Treasure Island.
Right.
But I misspelled Tim and I put Times. And so right now the project, the title of the project right now is Times Treasure Island.
I guess that's fine, right? It's just not like you're publishing the game with
yeah.
my
That's why I kept it. I was like, it's not gonna show up as that.
Exactly. Like my project name is JOTR Remake. Yeah.
Wait, let me share my screen. I guess this is what I share.
Cool.
Oh,
there we go.
All right, cool. Finally, got this entire thing filled. So I got
3D.
Yeah, so nice. Get all these.
Oh, it's all filled up. It's all filled up.
Yeah, it's all filled up.
Oh, that's sick, man. That's cool.
Looks nice. Ooh.
It's time.
Like post. Yeah.
It's time to ship
so
it.
Really, yeah, there you go. It's not even done. Shipping anyways, just for this one thing. Let's make some posters. That's all I'm gonna do. This is all I wanted. The game was just a side project. No, this is fantastic. Let's actually see it all together and whatnot. I still gotta like edit some of them because I'm not super happy with some of their looks. I've let Carl know. Like some of them, I'm like still on the fence about editing. Like the Pure Ice right here. Can you see my mouse? I don't know if you can.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. What, really? Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, we can see it.
Doesn't let you do it for the games, but it lets you do it. Whatever.
There's no name for it.
Yeah. No, yeah. Some of them don't even have names because that's how new they are. I just haven't made a name for them. Carl did give me some names to give to him, but I just haven't put them in yet. But it's only like 3 names I gotta add. That he suggested, I believe. This one I forgot. He named this one a long time ago, but I forget what the hell that thing's name was. Because I remember him showing it off, and I didn't like the first version, so I asked him to like change it up, and he ended up making this newer version. Yeah, I gotta name them all. It's gonna be fun. Well, we were talking about some of the names for some of them, but yeah, it's other ones. The names just never came up, so I guess I'll have some fun with that.
Have you decided upon the stats? The stats and the elements for all of this.
Well, actually, their stats were already pre-made because their stats are based off of their. I'm gonna still edit them to like fit a little more closer to their characters and whatnot. But for the most part, their stats were already preset because I based it off of their typing and their natures, I guess.
Right.
But mostly just their typings is what I based it on the most. Because when I was doing their typing and stuff and their stats, there you go. When I was doing their stats, whenever I was basing off of typing, I gave each type a particular kind of group of like a focus. Like fire would focus on this particular stat, and earth would ground. What do they call it? Ground.
Right.
Because Carl keeps calling him like rock and ground and stuff.
Right.
And it confuses me too because I forget which one I chose. Because I kept jumping between ground, rock, dirt, all kinds of different names. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I went with ground. Anyways, the ground focused on like higher physical defense and higher physical attack and stuff. Like poison were focused on poison in particular, like giving it to them. But their thing was mostly focused on what their secondary or what their other attribute was. And water was about, what was it? I wrote it all down. I haven't messed with it in a while though. But anyways, yeah, they each had like their own special little thing that they kind of focused in. So their stats were already like predetermined. And now I just got to go in and just look at them and then look at the stats mess with the numbers just a little.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So this is like what, 10 rows of 10?
Yeah, it's 100 monsters.
Nice.
And none of them evolve right now. Yeah. So that was something I was thinking about, because in Pokemon, the reason you feel like you go through like all the Pokemon so fast is because they all evolve. So the 150, like a good chunk of them evolve to like the second stage or a third stage. So that alone takes up like some of that 150. So I was thinking like I could probably just stick with the 100 for right now.
Right.
And then because since they don't evolve or anything, you have to find the new ones, and you have to fight the new ones, and you have to collect the new ones.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, so you don't go through them as fast.
True. And then they will be like distributed across like different regions, right? Certain regions will have like more of certain types.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm really happy.
Yeah, it looks good, man.
Yeah, it's fantastic. What else did I get done? I guess that's kind of it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, but what about next
not a lot
next
of
week?
progress. Yeah.
Yeah, like what will you be doing next?
I will be finishing up Tim's Paradise.
Yeah. With
the ending screen, and then a bunch of little. I have a few notes on more. I wasn't expecting to have to do so much quality of life stuff. That's most of what I've been doing. Like the game's pretty much done, except for like the ending, like the ending cutscene. Like you can kill the boss and everything.
Yeah.
And I still have to like do some balancing with the stats and whatnot. But most of the work that I've been doing has all been quality of life stuff, like highlights, tooltips, making sure things are read right. The biggest issue right now is just trying to get people to learn the difference between the stats that the weapons give. So like it uses similar icons on the stats. So like if you look at the weapons, you would see like a sword that's green, then a sword that's red, and then you also see a different kind of sword that's in a box, and then that's green, and then a different kind of sword that's in a box that's also I could probably just show you. I don't know why I'm explaining. Oh man. Let me start this stupid thing up. Yeah, come on. Tim's Treasure Island. Just play it. I don't think I have any code in there. It's still being worked on.
Did you find it?
Wait. There's another.
Uh-oh.
No, it's the problem. No, it's not a problem. It's just there was a guitar in that starting song that I'd never heard before, and I just started hearing. That was weird. Let me share my screen. All right, there we go. Turn music off.
Ah, fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. So in this little pop out right here, if
I wasn't aware there's a pop out.
Yeah.
Oh, you play so fast.
Well, I'm just ignoring. I already know that ignoring the skulls right here is. Skulls don't do anything right here. Alright, just need to get in here. Okay, to look at the weapons. So, like this, like the boomerang, for example. You have a chance to stun its targets, blah, blah, blah. But if you look at the stats, there's two stats right there on the bottom.
Yes.
There's the arrow, there's the bow with the -3, and then there's the bow in the block. That's a -2.
Oh yeah, what are they?
Both of those do two different things. The -3 on the left on the bow, that one affects your main stats over here. The -2 of the bow and the block, that affects this. And what this is your starting dice rolls, or your meter, your starting meter.
Right.
So let me see how do I...
Oh, starting meter meaning you will be able to execute the attack sooner?
Yeah. Or later. Yeah.
Right.
Oh weird. Oh right, I gotta fix that. That's a thing that I gotta fix. Okay. So like let's say I had that -2 and you had the -2 right here on the arrows. The arrows would start in 2 red. And you have to do 2 and then another 5 to actually
I see.
do that one correctly. Yeah. But there's certain items that also boost these. So if there was like say a +3, which I think it's only like one item and it's darts. It might even be +2. I think I nerfed it. Yeah, then it starts with 2 pips. So let's say I had a +2 sword in the block. It would then when you start the fight or every time you use an attack, it'll always give you the 2 pips.
Right.
So it would only take 3 rolls every time to actually fill in the meter.
Right.
And that's how these stats work. The problem is, without just having a pop-up that's like this is this, I'm having a issue explaining that to the player, like differentiating it or just letting them know like that's a thing.
Yeah.
Because it's not this isn't like a common mechanic. So it's like I can't rely on like how other mechanics, they rely on familiarity. So I have to like I might just end up having to do a little pop-up thing or something.
Yeah, I feel like there's like no other ways to do it, right? Because it's not like it's you have to be explicit about this, I think.
Yeah, I was kind of I wanted to avoid doing that, but I don't think I can avoid that. So I gotta just do it.
Yeah. By the way, Pokemon is curious about how the combat works. Do you mind doing like a short demonstration?
In this game?
Yeah. This game, yeah, this game. This game.
Yeah, because I don't know if you've at the Pokemon game because his name is Pokemon.
Yeah, this game.
Yeah, okay, great. So basically how this works is you have these meters right here, you roll your dice. And when you roll the dice, you fill the meter. That's basically all it is. To roll the dice, so I didn't get one there. Okay, but you can roll these skulls. And when you like click a skull, when you just roll a skull, it doesn't do anything. It's just there. But if you click a skull, if you look at his little meter right here, which is his timer, but you got to put a little symbol right here to show us his timer. Because that's another thing that people have been pointing out. People keep thinking this is a health bar. So some people, anyways, and so I might end up just adding a little thing there. Anyways, so if you look at his little timer, if you click the skull, it'll make his timer go by faster. So you want to avoid the skulls. So you don't want to just be doing what I was doing earlier, with just like going really fast. Whenever you're in a real fight, that first fight is fine because it has no attack, so it won't attack you or anything.
Right.
So basically, all you do is you keep rolling your dice. You pay attention to what you're doing, and you there'll be music right now, but there is no music. So let me go through the things. They have the melee attack, which is they can only attack the front unit. So if there was like 3 others right here, you can only attack this one. Or if this one was dead, then you can attack the next one. These 2 right here are range attacks. So you have your bow and your magic. Magic typically has like special effects, but also is an attack. And bow is just also has some special effects too, but not as specific as the magic attacks. Then you have your armor. Every time you fill the armor stat, you get armor based on your current defense stat. So you always start with whatever you have. So let's say I filled this meter in for the defense. It'll give me 1. Then I just keep rolling and it'll keep going. Oh, there it goes. There, you just like that. Yeah, so it gives you the next one. I got to show a little indicator though that whenever they attack you, it takes that away. you click this little button right here to like tell the game I'm gonna block. I'm gonna use my block on this particular character. So you'll only block the characters that you actually choose to block.
Right.
Yeah. What else? Oh yeah. So throughout the game, so how the combat changes up over time is you'll gain items. Here, let me kill this guy. Blah 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 blah.
Nice.
Oh come on. Why is this baby enemy so fast? Oh my god. Yeah, that's a big thing everyone forgets to do to block at the beginning. Which is something I also gotta add because that's apparently a thing people just don't realize. Which makes sense because they don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know you can block at the beginning as well.
Yeah, just nothing really like tells you. That's really loud. Let me turn that down. Without the music, it's really loud. To me, anyways. I don't know about y'all. But okay, so you have all your items. You can collect dice that affect your rolls. So let's say you bought this one. Then whenever you go get a key or something, you would equip this key, and then whenever you do a search, you can get more searches, but that's not important for the combat. So some of these other dice, you see these, like this one in particular focuses on archery. So you'll probably roll the bow and arrow more often, which boosts your meter. You'll roll more often, whatever.
Right.
So you'll fill your meter faster. So when you go to your weapons, each weapon has like particular stats about them. They each have like a little effect, and each one has like certain stat effects, which I just explained about the whole thing that I have to explain to players, which is I gotta figure that out. Magics in particular have like even stronger effects for their effects, and like this one it heals you faster basically. You have all your items which can affect combat. So that's pretty much how all this goes. And if you want like more dice, you gotta buy dice. Gives you more dice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Pokemon ask, when is it coming out?
Very soon, hopefully. It was supposed to come out last week, but all the stuff happened and things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you monetizing it? Are you releasing it for a fee?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I want to say $4.99. This was actually gonna be more than Cruller, because a lot more went into this one than Cruller did.
Right.
Plus, I wasn't gonna raise the price of Cruller until
you're done with the meta progression.
Until I was done with the meta progression.
Right.
So it's gonna be $4.99, and it's replayable, but it's only like it's short. It all depends on the player. Because all you have to do is get over here, beat the boss. That's all you needed to do.
Right.
But it's hard, is what a lot of people are saying. And that's after I actually nerfed it a bit. Like I lowered the enemy's stats, their base stats that their increases are based off of. But it's still difficult, which is I've just gone and just said that's fine. It's just gonna be a hard game.
Yeah, I think that's fine, right? Like there are people who like hard games. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's a particular player that's always playing it, and I think he said he's reached the end. He's just waiting to
for the ending.
Yeah, he's just waiting for the ending because he hasn't fought the boss yet either because he wants me to finish it.
Right.
So I think I'm pretty sure it's possible to actually reach the end. Plus, there's certain builds that you can make currently. I think in the current system that can cheese a bit. I'm not gonna say what those are, but yeah.
Right.
And some items, if you get them early, they can really boost the whole run. It's just RNG stuff, So this game is very RNG based. I usually never I never really like doing RNG stuff, but
it can be done in a very fun way, right? Like as long as you have control over it, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, question. You will be releasing it on Steam, right?
I want to, but first I'm gonna release it like last time. I'm gonna release it on
itch, right, right.
And get some more feedback and stuff.
Right. I keep hearing that you like before you publish for real on Steam, you should at least have like let it go through the Steam Fest, you know.
Oh right, yeah, I should probably do that too. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll set it up.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh, you can play right now though, by the way.
Oh, the demo, right?
Yeah,
but
well, I wouldn't really call it
how up
demo.
to date is that?
It should be everything you see right now. I mean, there is music, but I just have it muted.
Right.
Yeah, it should be everything you see right now. But since it's a testing build, there's a little toggle that. There's a toggle that switches between the. Wait, did I talk about this? Or like the,
yes. Yeah. Oh, but you talked about this last week.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh shit. Oh, that's a problem.
Oh, what's that?
See how they're like showing up? Yeah. But they're not like there.
So your desired method of play is the one with the timer running all the time, right?
Yeah, that's my preferred.
Right.
Yeah, preferred one. But did you try them both, Jimmy?
Did I? No, I tried the one that is turned on by default, which which is the one that is easier.
Yeah. Because when you jump, the thing is when you go to the action one and then you go back to the turn-based one or the slower one, or I call it strategic mode.
Strategic mode, right?
Yeah, and because I didn't want to use easy and hard, although I will probably reference that one is particularly easier than the other one. Anyways, if you go from the action mode to the strategic mode, you'll feel a big loss of like hecticness. So in the strategic mode, there's a very big, if you've played the action mode, you'll notice it. But in the strategic mode, there's a very big lack of the what's that word? Whenever you're
the twitch,
trying to rush. What's up?
Twitch, or testing of your reflexes. Is that it?
No. Like whenever you're. Well, yes, but that's part of it. But I mean, like when you feel like you're in danger, and there's that feeling of hecticness. There's a word for it. I forget what it is, but there's a big loss of that in the strategig mode.
Right, Nox says
when you're playing action mode.
Adrenaline? Rush?
No, rush, I guess, would be closer. Rush would be closer, yeah.
Rush, right.
It's like a rush. But I mean, when you say rush, it makes it sound like adrenaline, but it's not really. It kind of is. It makes you more worried. It heightens the danger level, basically. Because you're no longer safe from just letting the lights land and you being like,
right,
okay, I can relax. So you can no longer do that in the other mode, in the action mode. Yeah.
Oh, there's an element of time pressure now, right? Time pressure.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You can roll your dice faster without being punished. I don't know how to word some of this stuff. I just know it feels very different.
Yeah.
It's very different, and I know why, because of the loss of that rushness.
Right.
But I forget what the point of what I was going with that. Oh yeah, what was the question?
I don't remember. Was that a question?
I don't know. Was there? I think I jumped off into something else completely.
No, we started off by saying that can you do a demo of the combat for Pokemon? But I think we have demonstrated it.
Oh right, yeah. No, I said you can't play it right now, but I tried to warn him. Yeah, then I started talking about this and the toggle. Okay, yeah. That was yeah. Completely went off the rails there. Let me close it. Let me link the.
Oh, the not linked it for you already, right? It's the one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on each, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Nock.
Wait, who's that? How'd they get the?
because the link is in my server. You pasted it last week.
Well, I mean, like, I never heard someone like that playing the game. I don't know who plays the game. That's
I did.
I'm surprised to hear that other people are playing the game, other than the people that let me know.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Pokemon, once you play Devious's game, you can share your thoughts as well.
Yeah, if y'all have like any thoughts or whatever, just put it into the. There's a community section on the itch.io page. Just like post a topic in there or something, and I'm pretty sure you can. I don't know if it's restricted right now. It shouldn't be. Oh yeah, it shouldn't be. You should be able to just make a topic on whatever.
Right. You can just create a thread on the each page, right? Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and just give me your thoughts or whatever you think would be better to change your feelings on whatever. I mean, I'll take it all with a grain of salt. It's not gonna be like a guaranteed thing that I will do, but just it's always good to have some kind of feedback.
Yeah, always good to have feedback. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess Pokemon will play it once he's done with his school assignments. Life of a student.
Yeah.
All right, shall we?
Being an adult isn't any better.
Yeah, true. Yeah, paying bills and everything. Anyways, shall we recap?
Yeah.
All right, man. John? Oh damn.
Yes,
Oh, sorry. I thought you fell asleep. How's it going? Yes.
Yeah, there's like a lion dance going on like downstairs.
Oh, already? So, can you
I don't
hear us?
know,
Can you hear
Yeah,
us?
I can hear you.
Okay. It's a lion dance. DVS, do you know what the lion dance is?
The lion dance?
Yeah. It's kind of wait, how would you describe it, John? It's a Chinese New Year tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two guys wear like a very, very colorful, very puffy lion outfit that looks nothing like a lion.
Okay.
And then they do this little dance thing.
Yeah, but it's very what do you call it? Acrobatic, right?
Yeah, it's very acrobatic.
It's a lot of flipping and
I've
stuff.
never heard of this before. It's like, wait, where do you do that? Like in the living room or something, or?
Oh no, out in public. So like there will be performers.
Okay.
Yeah, there will be performers who do that. It's supposed to be auspicious, right? Like welcoming the new year, stuff like that. Yeah, it's a tradition. Yeah. Like I think you can like find it on YouTube. Right? It's just lion dance, and then you probably see it. Yeah, lots of jumping
I've never
around.
heard of that before. I've probably seen it before though. Now I think about it. Sounds kind of familiar.
It sounds very hard.
Yeah,
there's all kinds of stuff. But yeah, it's a really loud dance thing, acrobatic dance thing that also happens inside the house. Like they would welcome the lion into the house, and the lion will do some stuff. Bring good luck.
Yeah.
That's an interesting tradition.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before. I'm watching it now.
Yeah. It's very
there's guys like standing on platforms and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, it's very physically demanding.
Yeah, damn. It's two people in that costume too?
Yes.
Yeah.
One acts as the tail. The guy at the back is like really has to support the weight of the guy in front. It's just not easy.
Yeah, I can see that. Damn, that's got to be some in sync movement. Because I guess if one guy goes too far or not far enough, the other one's just gonna get pulled along and fall down. I guess that's the point, huh? To like show.
Accidents has happened before during performance.
Oh, I'm sure. I have no doubts.
Yeah.
Because like the guy in the back can't see anything.
Yeah.
Or he probably can see some, but like just from looking at the costume, it doesn't look like he has any sight other than I guess underneath. Oh yeah, this guy's standing on his shoulders. And,
I think a lot of these performers have like martial arts background as well. Like yeah.
Oh, this is pretty cool though. Do you do it with someone? Did you do it with someone else, or was it just, or did you go watch it?
Oh no, we have never done it, right? John,
Yeah,
have you done it?
no.
Oh, I don't know, John. I know John does the like the circus stuff, so I didn't know if he was like that was one of his one of the things he
No,
did.
man, no. It looks too dangerous.
Yeah,
John,
it does look very dangerous.
you can pitch it to your group, man. Say, hey, let's do lion dance.
No, they're gonna be like, nah, we're good. Yeah, because I'm watching it now, and this is something. But I've never seen this before actually. But I see what you mean about the not looking anything like a lion. It looks like those like dragon costumes or those things they move around in the streets. That's what it looks like.
That would be a dragon dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lion dance, there's dragon dance.
There's actually a dragon dance. Yeah, I'm not making that up.
Dragon.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. But when do they do dragon dance, John?
Also during Chinese New Year, but it's usually more of out on the streets when there's some kind of parade, I guess.
Right.
Because it's dragon dance is like really long, so.
Yeah, true.
And eyes even flick and everything.
Yeah, it's kind of like a puppet. You know, the head. There's a lot of controls in there.
Yeah, I can see the ears even flap.
Yeah.
This one, anyways, I don't even know how.
Yeah.
How intricate these things could even get.
It's pretty cool. Oh, by the way, before I forget, Pokemon actually has a question. Hang on, I forgot the question. Let me just go up and check. It's a question about how do you stay on tasks. So, yeah.
Like how do we keep working on our game, basically?
Yeah, like how do you not lose focus?
I mean, I lose focus all the time.
Yeah, same.
The thing is, as long as you get back on the focus, you know, it's always important to take breaks from your game development.
Yeah, so true.
But I don't really know how. The other way, I don't. How would you answer that though? Because it's basically a question of drive. Like what drives you, or what makes you keep going, or something.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like, anyways.
There is an element of discipline as well. Like in my case, I try to have no zero progress days. Like even if I'm not like feeling up to it, right, then I'll just write one line of code, right, and I'll treat that as progress. But the idea is that I should always have like a little bit of progress each day, because you know, as long as there's progress, it will eventually be finished, right? Yes. So that's how I approached it.
My approach is usually just work on the game when I feel like working on it. But with that said,
you did manage to ship quite a few products, so it's
With that said, I'm very proud of my speed.
Oh yes.
I feel like I can afford some like days off or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, but you mentioned taking breaks. I think that's important because once we burn out, I think once we burn out, it's very hard to recover from it.
Yeah. Once you burn out or get too distracted by a different game, once that happens, then it's very hard to go back to the project because you've basically lost like. Oh, this guy fell. I think it was on purpose though. So you basically lose like your. Yeah, that's why it's called burnout, because you basically lose your flame on the project.
Yeah. Experienced it once, don't want to experience it again, right? John.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
I'm currently feeling it on Cruller. That's what happened with Cruller. It was just like pure burnout.
Right. Yeah. So
First it was very sadness. First it was depression about losing all that work, and then because of that, it led to burnout. So like.
Oh right. Yes, you did lose. Yeah, right. You did lose some work. Yeah.
So source control is also important.
Yes. Version control. That's right. John, you have anything to add about staying on task?
No, I should be the last person to talk about that.
John has like so much going on. I don't.
Yeah, he has so many things going on in his life. Yeah. Well, John, if you do find out a structure that works for you, let us know.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Will even make a tail wag? Look at that.
What? I didn't hear.
I'm still watching the
Lion dance.
the lion dance.
Awesome. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shall we recap?
Right, recap.
Yeah.
Okay, so this week I put some pixels on screen. Next week I will be working on a 3D puzzle platformer and
Wait, what? 3D puzzle. What?
Hey, what was that? What?
What?
Oh, he's saying. I think it's a joke.
Oh, right.
about keeping on task. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Funny joke.
Yeah.
Right, no, I'll be working on collision detection.
Right.
For next week. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
As for me, I'll be adding more characters. I want to add the camera shaking slider to control the intensity of the camera shake for the people who wants it. And hopefully I can push a new build in a week's time. Yeah. Devious' turn.
Honestly, you don't really need a slider. I think people are just gonna go yes or no on that one.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But
you know,
I
put a
was
slider, but I mean, if you already planning to put a slider, just put a slider.
yeah.
Because,
No, it's just that in my head, right? I feel like this is an opportunity for a funny joke. Like I can't like push the slider right to the absolute maximum, right? I have the game be like almost non-playable because of all the shaking. I want to I want to try implementing that as a joke. Hopefully it wouldn't backfire on me.
I mean, I guess the people who are sensitive to the shaking will probably not like that.
Yeah, but you can also turn it all the way to the left to remove all shaking. Let's see. I'll update you all on that.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. There's a bunch of complaints. 1 stars. What is this?
We'll see.
It's like, who can play like this? That's gonna be the new speedrun challenge. Like being able to actually beat the game. Like.
Yeah. How about yours? Your recap.
All right. Yes, I am going to finish up Tim's Paradise. I'm going to finish off the ending screen after beating the boss. And I'm gonna mess with a bunch of more quality of life stuff. It's basically all it is right now. It's just end scene, quality of life stuff, and trying to explain the dice thing.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I'll probably end up just having the
tutorial.
Maybe I'll put it on the back of the card. I don't know. That's what I was also thinking. Like a little card you can click on the bottom right that brings up all the items and stuff. I should probably like, flip it around and it'll be like.
Oh yeah. Yeah, why not? Like there are certain games that has like in-game manuals, right, that you can read through. I think Resident Evil 4 does that. Yeah.
Something like that. Because I really do not. I just want to avoid just having the UI pop up. Because if I do it for one thing, then that becomes what's the word?
That people start expecting it for everything.
Yeah. It feels like I would feel like I have to do it for everything then.
Yeah.
Because it'd be inconsistent.
That's true.
With teaching the game.
That's true. All right. Well, shall we wrap it up then?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, man. This is a fun chat. I love it. Let's do this again next Sunday. Yeah. There's no more public holiday, right, on the Sunday.
I don't think so.
All right.
So either.
Yeah.
What's next Sunday? What's today? 29?
Let me check. Oh yeah, today's 29. So next Sunday will be February. 5th. Yeah.
Sunday 5th.
5th, yes. Okay. Then I'll see you in a week's time. See you all in a week's time.
Yep.
Yeah. Bye.
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 Alright, have a good one.
Bye. See ya. Alright, that was fun. Yeah, thanks, Pokemon, thanks Nog, thanks for hanging around. Thanks Jess for the follow. We appreciate it. I appreciate it. Just a moment. Before we go, right? Is there anyone we can raid? Yeah, we can raid DV Music, I guess. Or maybe we can check out
We get our difficulties, our base difficulty.
Check out someone else.
Minimum. Get talent rank of
DV music. You know what? Let's see if there's anyone currently working on games. Creating Python genetic algorithm. That's cool. Twitch game programming. This is not in English. Pixel and jazz, why not? Right. Hey, thanks, Pokemon. See you Thursday. See you Thursday. In the meantime, I will just key in the rate. Come on.
I'm also thinking like
Dream colon. Did he say this was a rerun?
Still just add.
It's a rerun. It's a rerun. You're right, it's a rerun. Now maybe we just don't need to rate today.
The eyes were originally there.
Let's see. Yeah, you know what? Let's not rate today. Let's go. I'll just rest. Actually, I can't rest. I need to do more grading. Fantastic. Yay! Thanks, Nog. Thanks again. Thanks for hanging around. And thanks, Devious. I will see all of you very soon. Bye.